Welcome to Static Model Mayhem. On this episode we're going to use Tamiya epoxy putty to fill in the gaps we have on our Timberwolf. As you can see, it needs urgent assistance. So, let's see what we have here. We're going to make some epoxy putty. Throw some water on our baking paper. And mix an equal amount of these two materials if it wants to go off paper. Come on. With our little scissors, put this on the side. And we can either use milliput or Tamiya putty. I prefer to use Tamiya for this project. Let's get ourselves the white stuff. That should be good. And now we're going to start mixing these two materials together. Until we have an even color. And we can apply it. It's going to take some time. Just mix these two. We ended up gluing the front part yesterday. Wasn't much of an issue, we were just getting some super glue and sticking those parts together. So wasn't much of a video, to be honest with you. You have to keep your fingers wet and the surface. So it doesn't stick to your tools. The thing with epoxy putty is that you either mix too much most of the time or you mix too little. And the cleaner you are and less material you apply, less cleaning and sanding you have to do. Right, I think we're good enough. Let's put our first sausage right here. The main advantage of epoxy putty is that it doesn't shrink when it cures. And quite honestly, Tamiya is the best part, the best quality for this stuff. No, you're not getting away. We're going to fix this. Gets us one step closer to finishing this model. We started a long time ago, not in a galaxy far, far away. Right, let's scrape the excess, and the neater we are, the less cleaning up we'll have to do after this material dries. Get ourselves some sculpting tools, and hopefully there shouldn't be any gap left between the cockpit and the rest of the mech. We need a bit more here. Don't forget to wet your tools so epoxy putty doesn't stick to them. And we're getting there. So far so good. Yep. Bottom part. And I think we mixed too much again. Anyway, we'll manage. Unless I can find another model that needs epoxy putty before it settles. Anyway. Right. Again, don't forget to wet the area. And to be frankly honest with you, it's going a lot better than what I have expected. Come on. This one didn't stick, but it will. We can leave it like that and sand it later, but just want to be as neat as I can. Take off any excess material. So my sanding is going to be a lot easier. As usual, if we have any issues, we call it battle damage. Kiss it goodbye. Oh. We're getting there. Any gaps? Like here or in this area. Very good, very nice. Come on. Here we are a bit rough. Yes, it's coming along very, very nicely. I thought it was going to be a lot more difficult than what it currently is. The best part of epoxy putty, as I mentioned, is that it doesn't shrink when it cures. Let's try to even out the surface a bit. Oh no, you don't. Yeah, cotton buds. I don't want this thing to make the canopy even worse than what it actually is. Anyway. Hope you remember the state that it was before we started using some epoxy putty to fill all the gaps. Now we're evening out the surface. Again, to save us some time and make sanding a bit quicker. Don't forget to wet your tools, otherwise this thing is going to stick like a fly sticks through. Yeah, you get the point. Is that a gap or is it? Let's see. We'll leave it like that. And this is how we ended up with. We just filled up the gaps between the cockpit and the rest of the mech with epoxy putty. We got a lot left. Anyway. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next episode for Static Model Mayhem. Take care.